I just got done recording an intro video, basically, for this YouTube channel. And for anybody who's willing to listen, I just wanted to get a little background about myself, about who you're going to be listening to, if you decide you want to. I was in the military from when I was 19 years old. I was in for 7 years. I did active and reserve. Went to Afghanistan 2 times, Ethiopia. Did construction battalion. When you're in that environment, you work with a lot of people who are into fitness and learning and exercise. That's when I really started getting serious into fitness. I was into it when I was in high school, but I got really into it, like about perfecting the craft and the art of fitness when I was 21 years old. I was 21. That's when it started. I was in Afghanistan for the first time. And when you're over there, ain't nothing to do. You work, and then after work, you just eat, or you work out, or you watch a movie in your little tent, or your little whatever you got. So through all this working out, meet different people, start getting put onto some different books and stuff, start learning about the musculoskeleture and all the regular shit, Start learning about that. But then I started traveling. Went to Ethiopia while I'm in the military, while I'm undergoing my fitness thing. When I was in Ethiopia, I was the strongest I've ever been. I was benching like 350, squatting like 400 something. Probably could have done more. Deadlift almost like 400. I think deadlift was my strongest. I don't know, y'all could say it's not proper equilibrium for the body and whatever. This was just my progress that I was making at that time. So, back to the story. Started learning about different fruits and vegetables and learning about eating clean. Eating fruits and vegetables is live food, good for your body. Electrical signals can transfer better when you have live food, being that we're electrical beings. Electricity does flow through us. We're conductors. We can hold a current. That's why when they say you take your shoes off and you walk on the ground, you're grounded. The current dissipates. Electricity flows through your body. I started learning about that. Then I started stumbling upon a couple different other people. Some people have heard of Dr. Sebi. That was one of the first ones I heard start talking about acidity and alkaline. I was like, what the hell is alkaline? I never understood it. Like alkaline, acidity. Basically, the more processed BS food you eat, the more you give your chance to fall victim to this new age cancer shit we got going on. This new age cancer shit is basically because we putting this shit that's not supposed to be in us. Granted, we're humans, we're durable, we can handle a lot of shit. But still, at the same time, we're organic beings. We have a history before the Industrial Revolution. We had a history before that. A natural history. And then boom, everything changed. Boom, everything got everybody getting sick. Boom, life expectancy shut down. All this stuff happened in literally like the past 100 years. Past 100 years. Not to mention technology booming and everything too. So who knows what the side effects from any of that stuff is. No one's life term has reached the full end of the expectancy since the stuff was introduced, really. So it's kind of like still being work in progress, like almost like being tested still. A lot of the stuff. Just like when you see, and then I started noticing coincidences. You ever see these commercials where, oh, did you take such and such medicine Oh, sorry about that. If you did call this number, get your family members compensated. Did you die from this? You know, it's like they think they can just patch it up by throwing a little paycheck your way, and then it's over. You start noticing the flaws within the system as far as what you take in, the stuff that you take in, you know, stuff that goes inside your body. All this chemical, lab built food, medicine, all this artificial stuff is what's causing the damage to your body. So, I digress. Long story short, acidity and alkalinity. Acidity is like if you eat nothing but steak and potatoes, nothing alive, no fruits and vegetables. You just eat hot Cheetos and you just drink soda all the time, donuts, nothing but bread, you know, dead food. If you only eat dead food, you only have dead energy flowing through you. And dead energy in food is usually acidy food. You can't even run a current through a piece of bread. But you can run electricity through a live, like lemon, through fruits and stuff. There's water in there. There's molecules in there, minerals that can transfer the electricity, and does the same thing inside your body. After I learned about acidity and alkalinity, started delving deep into fasting. Started fasting, for those who don't know, is basically when you take yourself away from something for a while. But for this situation, we're talking about food. Fasting from food. You can fast from people, you can fast from soda, you can just fast from, I'm fasting from donuts. You know, you could technically, depending on how you want to word it, but for this example, I'm talking about fasting foods. Just taking in stuff for your body to digest. So you could either skip breakfast and lunch, and then eat. Either way it goes, you're taking a period and giving your body a time to rest and not taking in food. Healthy or not healthy, your body needs time to rest. That's what fasting allows yourself to do. So when you're fasting, it allows your cells to repair, your muscles can repair, because your body's extracting everything that's in your gut. It's taking it all. It's getting all that out, and it's clearing it out. It's clearing out the bullshit that was left behind that I wasn't able to clear out before, because sometimes when you eat a whole bunch, you don't allow your body time to process the shit. Literally. You don't give your body time to process the shit because we keep cramming shit inside of us. Got to give your body time to process the shit. Started doing that for like 3 years and came up with results that with proper nutrition, with fasting and exercise, it became easier, noticeably easier to maintain my physique. I literally have to do 1/10 of the work that I used to do when I was younger, being in the gym for an hour plus, doing all this hard work. Granted, I can't bench 350 pounds right now, but I'm not training for that. What I realized, you need to be practical when it comes to fitness if you want longevity. If you want longevity, you can be as extreme as you want, but you can only be extreme until you can only be so extreme until you reach a point. You're going to reach a point where your body's going to need you to change. You're going to get hurt or something. There's bodybuilders that get hurt, you know, doing all this crazy extreme lifting, like extreme lifting, not just, you know, regular, like really trying to push it, you know. I saw this one guy who was like Mr. Olympia like 8 times, black guy. I can't remember his name. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. It was like he was like that dude. Like he was a big ass dude. I don't want to be big like that, but I'm just saying that he's a good example for what I'm talking about. I learned that you need to be practical when it comes to this fitness stuff. So doing all this crazy explosive exercise, if you're not doing that in your regular life, it's redundant. You're practicing lifting 300 plus pounds in your regular life, you never have to lift 300 pounds. And when are you going to have to lift that much weight in that position? Are you really going to be lifting that weight in that position? So we need to be, if you're going to train heavy in movements that you're actually going to be doing on a regular basis, you know? It took me getting injured to understand the importance of flexibility. This was something I neglected for years. I stretched, but I didn't stretch to improve my flexibility. I just stretched to maintain my flexibility. You see what I'm saying? So I would just stretch the same way. It's kind of like you work out to get stronger, so you push the limits. I wasn't doing that with stretching. I just stretched, oh yeah, I'm stretching a little better, but not really trying to hone in on stretching, Like I didn't know that I could stretch using weights and using weights to push myself further. This is some of the stuff that I've been learning. Different kinds of stretches. Then started getting into knee health. It took me having knee injuries. I had a clicking noise in my knee for years and years. Since right around when I got out of the military. Clicking noise. It's cartilage moving in there. And I'm thinking something's damaged. I'm just waiting for it to heal, ignorant. That stuff is never going to go away. It's going to be there. But the good thing is you can strengthen your tendons and your muscles around that so you can strengthen that area so that area becomes strong, so that you don't have that issue in the future. Because I neglected certain points of my body, I have permanent damage now. It's not painful, but I can feel it's different than when I was younger. Before there was nothing there, now there's something there. It doesn't affect my exercises. I'm more flexible than I was now. But I realized that because I didn't do certain movements that I should have been doing, I had to suffer damage because of that, which could have been avoided if I had known certain things. Dang airplane flying over me. So like I was saying, we gotta learn from the past so we can improve the future. It took me, all the information I just discussed is information over a course of 13 years. That's all that stuff was over a course of 13 years. 13 years of information summed up in a little paragraph, short story. I learned that the most neglected areas in fitness, flexibility, gut health, and fasting. You start practicing those things and you'll be ahead. Burning fat like nothing. Staying fit, boosting your testosterone. Nothing to work out for you. Getting your little six pack on is nothing. You ain't even worried about that no more. You're like, I ain't worried about no six pack. Let me get my gut health right. Let me get my flexibility right. Let me make sure my joints are right. Let me make sure I'm getting no macronutrients and the micro. Basically, nutrition in the form of regular food, as well as stuff that is really small, like powders, like spirulina or turmeric powder or something like that. I like to take a superfood drink that has a mixture of all kinds of superfood, all kinds of very health beneficial minerals, vitamins, plant-based ingredients. Things like ginger that help with the gut. Turmeric helps with the joints. Helps with a lot of stuff. When you start getting into natural herbs, you start realizing how much stuff is really good for you. Y'all gotta start doing your own research. Don't just watch this video, watch other videos. Them nutrition facts. Look at them ingredients. Think about it. Talk to y'all later.